not going to touch him.
Welcome everybody to our live border rugby game. We have the mighty Hoerskool Grens against Toise High School. Border rugby at its best, running rugby. Welcome to Selborne College. A beautiful day for rugby. Sun is out, crowds are out, and hopefully the boys come out and bring their best game. Commentating today, my name is Mark Farnan, and I'm here with Denver Cox.
Hi, thanks for having me, Mark. It's a great day to be out. Before we start, let me just mention the Grens team, starting from 1 to 5. 1 to 15 is Ian Rede, Tristan Douglas, Dominic de Klerk, Baren Potgieter, MJ Nagel, Lutu Abraham, the captain, Marco Erasmus, Hugo Brankos, Hendrik Jansen van Rensburg, Romario Fields, Kyle Nell, Ronaldo Daniels, Brenwell Brecht, Delroy Zelli, and Taquan Jansen.
Also for Toise High School, it's Lisoletu Mariki, Senisipo Nokrawu, Unam Yengosi, Avuile Levi, Abungile Dabo, Anelang Marcus, Pumela Sali, Nsikelo Ndaba, Uviwe Fenet, Loazi Siana, Piwakuhle Majola, Awonke Lopese, Anati Mainant, Kaya Lalepa, and Samlelo Belu at 15. Great day for rugby, Denver.
Yes, quite excited to see this next game. I was fortunate to witness the warm-up of Grens, and they're quite a lively bunch, so I want to see how that goes onto the field. Yeah.
Most definitely. Lively, full of energy, and excited for their game against Toise. It's been some great rugby today. Game before us was Queen's College versus Stirling. What do you think about that?
Well, Queens came up a bit strong against Stirling, but nonetheless it was a great game to watch. I'm sure the fans enjoyed that. But I'm sure the next game with Grens, the fans are going to enjoy this one as well.
Definitely. Lots of drop balls, lots of knock-ons, but eventually picked up near at the end. Also a lot of jitters, a lot of butterflies.
Yeah.
Nice big crowd for the boys to play in front of as well. And, you know, game gets better as it goes on. Hopefully these guys, the ball can stick with their passes and their kicks. First game of the season, or first proper game of the season. Rugby season's just opened up in the border, and they play that type of rugby that we love to watch. Running rugby, passing rugby, keeping the ball alive, looking to play the ball all the time, and it's attractive rugby, and it's attracting a lot of clubs and a lot of schools in the country as well. They quite enjoy our players. All right, we're waiting for the kickoff. We see Grens with the ball. Grens, the Afrikaans school in the border region, usually tough, strong ball carriers. Like to keep it tight in the beginning, and once they've put a couple points on the board, they like to swing it wide. There we see Grens with the kickoff, contesting. Ball goes down. There ref says play on, ball goes down, scrum half swings it wide. There we see the 10 gives it out to the next, to the center. There we see a loose forward out wide, dropping the ball, unfortunately scrum Toise. Nice intent shown by Grens as well. Looks like they're really confident, ready to throw that ball out wide. And that's good to see. It's good to see that they're confident, and it's definitely nice for the crowd as well and for us.
No, it's definitely so. So right now we'll have the scrum, and it will be Toise's throwing.
Quite a nerve-wracking part of the field to have your first scrum of the day. Grens will be looking to put as much pressure as possible. We see that they've got their one fullback back, and they've got their one wing back as well. Toise might be wanting to set this first phase up for an exit. There we see Grens engaging too early into the scrum. Toise have this penalty. And there we see Toise have decided to go for touchline. Oh no, they've done a little quick little tap and go.
Well, that's where the excitement starts.
They set up, scrum up, gives it out to the 10. 10 decides line was up too quickly, took it up himself. Forward say no, scrum off. We're taking this ball up ourselves. Nice pick and go from the back of the ruck. Nice pick and go from the back of the ruck by the Toise hooker as well. Sine Sipo. Scrum off gets the ball out wide to the 10. 10 gives a nice little toe through and he finds touch. Nice little game, nice awareness of space. It's good to see a 10 looking up, seeing where there is space in the field. And now Toise will look to put as much pressure on that Grens line out as possible. And it's not a bad game plan at all. Put as much pressure. It's the first big game of the season. It's an opportunity to put pressure on that on the attacking team and to feed off their mistakes. We've seen a lot of teams do that so far in the previous games, but Grens made no mistake about that. Ball goes out wide. Nice little fake switch, straight one to the 12, linking up nicely. Grens boys looking to play. Unfortunately, pass goes wide. When that ball starts to stick, it looks like it's going to be a nice, attractive rugby by the Grens boys here.
Yeah, I think these opening seconds, you can see the intent that Grens is showing. So hopefully that will run through across the entire game. But I'm sure Toise will be aware of what Grens is trying to do, and we'll see what happens from there.
Definitely, Toise will be looking for a left shoulder from the scrum. That Grens pack looks like they're dominating that scrum situation. Flanker holds onto the Toise 8th man, and the 8th man hold onto that ball for too long. Penalty to Grens. There we see the Grens prop telling the Grens fly to relax. And they will not be going for poles. They'll be going for touch. Looks like they're back their line out. And a nice touch found by the Grens backline player. The Grens team look like they will be dominating on this on their first phase, their lineouts and their scrum. So they will definitely try to use this as a good attacking platform to go into the game, and to get those free running backies who are always looking for that offload, to get them into the game as much as possible.
Yes, it's true, and it will be interesting to see how the defense will shape up here for Toise as the line-out is thrown in.
Looks like they had a 3-man line-out and they're going for the drive. Making good meters, Grens, until eventually that Morley is brought down. Ball goes to the 10. Nice little fake pass, short run by the Grens backline player. Grens is looking to recycle that ball. Setting up the next phase. Grens boys there ready to attack, getting into position. Nice quick pass out wide. Toise boys are doing very well on defense. They're scrambling very well. They're unstructured defense. Scrum off is getting the ball out to the 10. Nice fake pass. Gives it to the center. Center takes the ball, goes down. Toise players all over them, doing very well on defense, committing to their defense as well. And the Grens boy coughs the ball up. Unfortunate. That tells us that this Toise defense is resolute. It looks like they're not willing to let anybody go through today. Unfortunately, they've been called offsides. A little bit overexcited, and the Grens boys have a penalty. Great attacking platform this, just to the left of the pole, just outside the 15-meter line. It'll be interesting to see how this Grens team line up on attack now. You think they'll do the 8-9-14 Denver, or you think they're going to go and do a fancy nice little backline launcher?
I opt for the fancy backline launcher.
Busy waiting for the ball to come on from the side of the field. Toise will be looking for a right shoulder here. If there's ever a time to scrum during a rugby game, it's inside your 22. 10 gets the ball, nice little dummy runner by the 13. Toise guys up quickly in that first line. It's amazing how this rush defense has worked. This rush defense, if employed correctly, can cause lots and lots and lots of damage, especially to a well-drilled team like the Grens here. And unfortunately, ball lands in the hand of the Grens player, but he coughs it up. And that's what a good rush defense does. That rush defense, all of a sudden, there's somebody in front of you. Even if that's a good pass, you're looking up, and unfortunately, all of that pressure is converted onto you, and you drop the ball. Toise have a scrum, 5 meters on the 5-meter line. They'll be looking for a big scrum here as well. Referee says, hold on a minute. That scrum wasn't stable enough. Let's get back up. Let's sort this out and let's start scrumming over again. Toise is going to need to they're going to have to do something about that scrum. They're either going to have to get their locks to bind a bit tighter, get those tights, get that tight head prop, get their tighties nice and strong. Oh, but that was a nice scrum by Toise. Unfortunately, the scrum half put the ball underneath his hooker's legs, and they got a penalty for that. Grens is going for the line out, feeling confident about their set phase. Toise have been contesting in the lineouts as well. So it's good. So that hooker's going to have to hit the target, and these jumpers are going to have to get up very quickly. The Grens hooker lines up. Looks like they've got 3 men in the lineout, jumping in the middle of the lineout, and they have a 4-man drive. Well done, Grens. Unique tactic, 4-man line-out drive. That gets the rest of your forwards on the touchline and gives you some nice forward momentum for a well-drilled forward pack, and they benefited from that.
Yes, and I think it's time for Toise just to regroup and rethink their strategy, and also be aware of the attacking options that Grens is posing for them.
The Toise guys, they're not committing too many guys to the ruck, and they're shifting out very quickly, which has been working. It has been good, but the Grens team is getting a lot of quick ball. They're getting a lot of quick ball out to their backies. Maybe they need to Toise, they need to just commit 1 or 2 more guys to the ruck, just to slow that ball down a bit, so the defense can move up a little bit quicker. And the Grens fly off misses that conversion. And it's interesting, the different approaches to defense. But if you've got a team with boys who are a little bit bigger than you, you most definitely want to slow down that quick ball, so that your defense, you give them the up hand and they can move up a little bit quicker as well. And especially organized. Ball goes straight to the Grens boy. They swing the ball out wide, nice little chip forward, and they've got the pace. Toise guys, scramble defense is good. Lots and lots of pressure on him from the Grens boys. There we see the scrum off from Toise. Uviwe Fennet. Kick goes up, unfortunately doesn't go out. The Grensies have regrouped nicely, stepped off the right foot. They're looking to play, keep the ball alive. Nice ball out wide, and a short ball unfortunately doesn't stick, and they cough that ball up. There we see the line out, the drive, the try from Grens Hoerskool. 4-man line out, hooker comes and joins in. Unfortunately, the Toise defenders are too. Their body position is not good. They didn't organize defensively well enough, and unfortunately, or fortunately for Grens, they dot that ball over the line. Now we see a scrum on the halfway line, on the right-hand side of the field, on the left-hand side of the field, sorry, for Toise. They put the ball in. Scrum off gets the ball, gives it to the 10. Fakes the 12. Space opens for him. Nice little chip out for the 13. He picks up, looks to play, gives to the 15. Nice little chip from the 11 all the way through. It's going to be a foot race. And the Grens boys kick it over the deadline. Nice little interplay there by the Toise backline.
Yes, that was some promising play by Toise, and it's good to see that. So we'll have a game on here.
Definitely, the 11 puts it on the toe. Nice foot race. Luckily for Grens, they've got some players with a bit of pace, and they block that. Back to the game. There we see Grens and Toise contesting over the ball. Penalty for Toise. They're not looking to play lineouts. They're looking to play quick, and they make contact. The 9. Uviwe gets the ball out. Unfortunately, quick line defense by the Grensies put a lot of pressure on the Toise attackers. There we see Grens, the Grens number 9, giving the ball out to the wing, and the Toise defender does very well. There we see the Toise 6, Annaleng Marcus, do very well, and they've kicked the ball downfield. They find lots of grass. This gives times for the Toise defensive lines, chase lines to organize, and it allows them to regroup. Lots and lots and lots of pressure there by Grens.
Yes, indeed. It's nice to see that Grens is aware of where the ball is at all times, but I'm also seeing that Toise is doing that. It's just to keep ball in hand and keep on putting the pressure on Grens, and it will eventually develop into a fantastic game.
Definitely, and it looks like Toise are back in their speedsters. They've towed that ball through a couple times. Ooh, there's an overthrow, and the Grensies have cut through the defense. Fortunately for Toise, they were able to regroup. And we see a penalty to Toise. What will they do? Another quick pick and go. There we go. Well done. Quick ball. Definitely that we've seen them do that, and they'll probably do that for the rest of the game. There we see Grens putting lots and lots and lots of pressure on the Toise attackers. We see the 7 for Toise over there. Pumalela Salia organizing. The 6 goes and picks up. Grens boys have picked up the loose ball. He's looking for support. Now they've gone wide. He pushes the ball through, and the Grensies are they're busy chasing. Ball goes loose. Ball goes in the hot potato. Nobody wants it. And the ref has given a penalty to Toise.
I think Toise should be aware of the rush defense of Grens. It came onto them very quick, and as a result, Grens managed to get the ball and gain some more ground.
Definitely, and that rush defense, it looks like it's been used effectively by all the teams.
Yes.
It's incredibly important to put as much pressure, especially at high school rugby, to put as much pressure on that first receiver, because that's your decision maker. He makes the attacking decisions, and if he is a little bit nervous about what's coming at him, then he's going to make mistakes, and that's definitely good for the defending team. Toise win their own line out, they knock it back, the 10 picks up. Rwazi Siana, he regroups. Fierce fighting over the ball by the Grens boys and the Toise boys, and it looks like Grens might have stolen that ball. Grens boys have got that ball back. Scrum off. Nice little dummy runner coming through. Goes to the 10. Gives it to the 12. He goes wide to the 15.
One more to beat.
And the Grens have gone through. And they've scored their second try for the day. Fierce defending by the Toise defender over there, but unfortunately, Grens were able to dot that ball down for the 5 points. Grens backline backing themselves again, using that space, committing defenders, and it's incredibly important for your backline players to be aware of space and to be aware of defenders, especially on attack. Once you commit to defender, he digs his heels in, he's unable to move left and right, and that frees your guys either on the inside or the outside, and that's incredibly important that you're aware of that you're able to do it effectively and go out wide. There we see the long pass by the 10. The 11 comes in, commits his defender, and then the 14 dots that ball down. Grens boy lines the ball up. Is the radar working today? Gets the ball, and unfortunately doesn't have the legs to get through the poles. What's also interesting are the kickoffs. A lot of teams, they use that deep kickoff, and then they'll get their quick wingers and quick loosies to put as much pressure on that receiver. He goes down. Attacking team sets up a ruck, and then they'll go for the exit. But a lot of teams today have used the short kickoff. Looks like they're trying to put as much pressure on as possible on those forwards up front. There we see a nice kick by Toise. Ball goes wide by Grens. Full of confidence, full of pace. Grens boys making sure that ball is secure. Gives it to the big tight head. He goes down to ground. Gives it short to the player coming through. Scrum off, getting some nice clean ball, and unfortunately the big lock from Grens drops that ball. Unfortunate. I'm
also noticing that Toise has a very flat defense, and I think as soon as Grens notices that, they'll see their space on the wider side, and they'll make use of that.
Definitely. And that's incredibly important, being aware of what's around you. The scrums, the dark parts of the scrums, are always difficult to maneuver, difficult to call, and unfortunately Toise too early on the engage there. Free kick to Grens. They say.
Yes, I think that's little errors that you should try and avoid, and I think with the pressure that Grens is putting on Toise now, it will be interesting to see if they learn from these short lessons that's been shown on the field. Hopefully they'll do so.
Scrum in the middle of the field. Perfect, wonderful attacking opportunity to launch an attack for the Grens. Looks like they've put 2 guys on the left, 2 guys on the right. They've gone straight to the left, and they've hit it up with their centre. Toise solid on defence again. You're not just going to get through this Toise defence today. Toise with the penalty. Looks like they might be doing their pick and go again, their tap and go. Give it to the big man. Give it to the big man, Pumelele Salia. The scrum off, Uviwe Fennet to the ball, gives it out to the 10. 7 looks to take it up, Pumelele Salia again. They form the ruck. 9 looking for that ball. Uviwe Fennet looking to give the ball out to the 10. Lwazi Siana. And the lock is brought down. Avuile Levy. Good hands there by the 6, Analong Marcus. He gets the ball, and there we see Fennett again with the ball to 10. 10 looks to take it out wide. The big 8th man, Ndamba, brings it back in, sets up the next phase. And the scrummy gets it straight, but it looks like they have numbers. Oh! And although they had numbers, unfortunately they just couldn't get out quick enough. Looks like there's penalty advantage to Toise as well. Scrum off again. And Ndaba with the ball, running short by the 6, looking to play. This is great stuff by Toise, keeping the ball alive, making sure that they make meters. And that's the easiest way to actually make meters, to keep that ball alive, to keep running. The 10, Razi Siana, decides, no, we're not running anymore. We kick in and we put in pressure on the Grensies, and it looks like it's paid off dividends. They're back in the Grens 22, applying lots and lots of pressure. There we see the Grens with a pick and go. Inside their 22, the scrum half is looking for it. He gives it to the 10, and the 10 puts a boot to it, knocks it out. Nice play by Toise. Good continuity, good looking to play, and they definitely made lots and lots of meters from that.
Yes, Toise's eagerness, it's shown that they want to keep that ball in hand, and they just want to gain the advantage line on Grens, and if they keep on doing that, eventually they'll get over the line.
Definitely, if they keep this up, if they keep this intensity up. I mean, defense looked like the Grens defense looked like they struggled a little bit with that passage of play by Toise. Grens get the ball, they swing it out. Looks like they have numbers. Grens boy gets it. Unfortunately, couldn't get that ball out to that free wing out wide, but they managed to secure the ball. Scrum off gives it out to the big Grens lock, and he goes down, sets up the next phase. Scrum off looking for options left and right. Looks like there goes left. And the Grens boys, they get that ball out quickly. Oh, little ball outside, inside, steps, looks for support. And the Grens wing has got all the gas in the world. Well done. Good play there. One mistake by Toise, and Grens were able to pick that ball up and score a try from that. And that's a good team. That's a sign of a good team. They're able to pick up off of a Toise mistake. There the ball goes out wide. He looks for the support on the inside. He looks for the support on the outside, and then he's got the jet shoes. He's able to finish out. Poor tackle by the Toise. That's one of the bad tackles that we've seen by Toise today. And unfortunately, it's unable to stop the Grens speedster, and the Grens speedster comes under the poles for the 5 points. We see that the fly-off is out to convert. Not a difficult kicker.
No, indeed not. This will be easy for the Grens kicker.
2 points for the Grens team. Grens team now full of confidence. The ball is sticking. The forwards are making forward momentum, and they're not dropping the ball as much as what they've done before. And we see they're nice and ready for the kickoff. Crowds are filling up nicely at Selborne College. I must say, Denver, the fields are looking very good. Nice crowds are coming in, and this is a wonderful opportunity for the boys to play in front of a crowd who appreciate border rugby.
Yes, I must say, Mark, as this event has been taking place, you can see the growth in the numbers of supporters that we've seen, and that is great for this border region.
So we offer. Okay, so it's half time at the moment. Grens up 17, Toise high 0. Nice game of rugby, Denver.
Yes, that was nice. Toise showing some commitment in their tackles. It's not making it easy for Grens to get through. Grens is capitalizing on the mistakes that Toise has made, but I think they'll regroup during halftime, and hopefully we'll see a better performance in the second half.
Definitely, that halftime chat by both coaches is It's going to be to focus, to get the little things right, get the basics right, because that's what wins you games. Basics, being able to just catch that ball, being able to pass that ball, look for the overlap, and choose the best option to get through.
Yes, and what a place to show the basics.
Hoerskool Grens 17, Toise 0. Action-packed game today, Denver.
Yes, indeed, it's an action pack, and it's nice to see the crowds. As we're sitting here, we can see the crowds are coming in, so it will just get better.
Definitely, and it's been running rugby treat. Balls going out wide. Grens are feeling confident. Toise, unfortunately, unable to get the attack flowing, but making good meters, keeping the ball alive.
Yes, indeed. I think they're showing Grens that they're here to play, and they're going to give all that they've got.
Definitely. Any predictions for the end score, Denver?
Based on what I've seen, if Toise does keep it up, they'll definitely score a try or two. But I can see Grens will, the intent will definitely be shown in the second half. So it will just be able, if we can just, or if Toise will just be able to have lesser mistakes, then we definitely have a better game on in the first half.
Definitely, they just need to shape up a little bit on their first phase, their scrums. Their lineouts, they haven't done too badly as well. And or their attacking lineouts and their defensive lineouts, they could put a little bit more pressure on the Grens. We definitely don't want to see any drop balls. We see that Grens have scored a quick try from a drop ball by Toise, so they just need to pull together, fix the mistakes, make sure they don't drop any balls, and keep that ball alive the way that they've been doing earlier. Grens will be looking for those first phase attack opportunities. That's their strength at the moment. And it's game on. Nice deep kick by Toise. Grens centre gets the ball. Nice step off the left. Breaks 2 tackles, then goes down. Nice tackle by the 6, Marcus. There we see the scrum off from Grens. Hendrik Janssen van Rensburg gets a nice exit, but nice 4 Toise players back for the counter. 9 decides, no, I'm not passing. I'm taking this ball up, and a ruck is formed. 14 takes over scrum off responsibilities. Kaya Lalelap, and he gets the ball. Grens have turned over. Hendrik Jansen van Rensburg gives it out to the winger. He gives it to the centre, and the centre decides he's not playing around with this ball. No 50-50s. He's going to take that ball down. Toise defenders all over them trying to get him out, and they've ripped that ball.
It will be nice to see if Toise can get the ball out wide very fast. Grens is a bit bigger than what Toise is, so the Toise will need to use their speed in order to get past Grens.
That's it, and Grens have picked up off of a Toise knock-on, and from a nice big hit by the Grens flanker Luto Abraham, and they kick it over. There we see a foot race. Unfortunately, the ball just went over the 22. Grens definitely have the physical upper hand here. They've got the bigger forwards, they've got the bigger backs, and their scrum is a lot more effective, and their line-outs, they make good meters from that. But Toise on attack, they say, we don't care, we're coming at you. Razi gets that ball out, and there we see the 6 from Toise take the ball up. Change of direction, gives it to the 12, 12 steps on the inside, gives it out to the 11, Awonke takes the ball, he goes down. Grens boys fighting for that ball, line over that ball. Uviwe gets the ball out to the 12. 12 gives a bad pass, and we see Toise looking to, unfortunately for Toise, Grens boys have intercepted. The centre combination of Ronaldo Daniels and Brenwell Brecht. On defence, it looks like they're communicating very well.
Indeed it does, and it shows on the field as well. They've obviously done their preparation before the game, and it's good to see that it's actually playing out well for them on field.
These Toise guys, they just can't seem to get that ball out to the wing. Those centres are up nice and quick and putting as much pressure on them as possible. Here we see a big mistake by the Toise flanker, and he coughs that ball up, and it's a scrum to Grens on the left-hand side of the field. Look, they're on the left-hand side of the field, inside of the 15-metre. They've got a nice big patch of grass to attack on.
See, the Toise boys brought on some fresh legs onto the field.
I see that, with 21 coming on. Looks like the winger for Toise on the left is coming off. There we see the scrum off, giving it to the centre. He looks to play, gives it to the Flav. Flav gives it to the other centre.
Steps back in.
And they set up on a ruck there. Scrum off. Hendrik Jansen Redwood kicks it down. It's a nice toe race. And the Grensies have got the pace. He gets the ball too easy. Catches the ball, dots it under the poles for 5. That looks like that set phase came directly off of the high school field.
The try of Grens just indicates the awareness that Grens has against their opponents, and which they are executing better than their opponents.
Definitely, they spotted at the 15. There was no 15, there was no 11 back there, and that all of the forward momentum. Toise boys generally should have tried to get in the way of those Grens attackers, and they were unable to do so. And the Grens pacemen on the outside just got through and scored that try. Nice conversion by the Flav, Romario Fields. Grens boys now full of confidence, Denver.
Well, with 24-0 up, second half, 4th minute, that's the confidence that any side will need. Unfortunately, Toise is lacking points on the scoreboard, and any points for them will uplift their confidence as well.
Definitely, we still got some big games coming up. Selborne versus Hudson, and that's going to be a humdinger.
Mark, how do you see this game panning out?
I see the Grensies, the Grens Hoerskool, getting more and more confident as this game goes by. The more the confidence that the Toise boys lose, the more mistakes they'll make, the more knock-ons they'll make, the more scrums the Grens boys will have, and the more platforms they'll have to attack. And that's exactly what Grens are looking forward to. Fortunately for Toise, penalty for them. And they tap and go. They give it to their number 7, their ball carrier, Pumalelo Salia, who's been very involved in taking the ball up for Toise. He takes it up, he gives it to the 22, and he gets stopped very quickly by the Grens defense. The number 6 picks up, decides he's going. I'm taking this ball. Analeng. Scrum-off gets it to the 13. He gives it to the tighthead, Unambi Ngosi. Ngosi goes down. Grens boys very quick up on defense, contesting at the ruck, trying to slow that ball down, and the Grens are doing very well at slowing that ball down. Unfortunately, all offsides. 6 gives it out to the 8. 8 Uviwe Fennet takes the ball up, set up a ruck.
Well, it's interesting to see that Toise rather doesn't want to kick for touch, but tap the ball and run for it. And unfortunately, Grens on defense is just a little bit stronger, and they'll lose the ball in every breakdown.
Yes, there's a couple ways that Toise would be able to combat that. They either need to commit more guys to the ruck, or they just need to be a lot more aggressive at the ruck. They, unfortunately, the bigger Grens boys are just getting that ball. Nice tackle by the Grens boys. Toise get the ball out. Grens boys are all over these the Toise attackers. 22 gets the ball. Nice change of angle by the Toise. They look to keep the ball alive. 22 gets the ball. Looks around for different options. Doesn't want those options. He goes himself. Scrum off, gets the ball, gives it out to the blind side. 13 sees a gap. 13 looks, unfortunately, is unable to look for that support. The support overran him. Also a little bit selfish here by the 13, Anati Nyand. If he had given that ball out, it was an easy 2-man overlap for the Toise boys, and we know that these Toise wingers are very quick.
Yes, indeed, you've seen it through the game that they're quick, and they could have gained more meters in our positions half, but unfortunately that didn't happen.
Penalty for Toise. Ref is bringing them back. Not enough advantage being played, and looks like Toise is calling for a scrum. No penalty. We'll see a pick and go by Toise, and this is the second time they've done this. Toise have thrown away a penalty for not tapping the ball properly. That's 2 mistakes that could cost Toise dearly.
Indeed, it's nice to see the eagerness to run the ball and to get the ball moving as soon as possible. But there comes a point in time where you just need to have a level head and just notice what's happening around you.
Get the little things right.
Yeah. Back to the basics.
We see Hendrik Jansen van Rensburg putting the ball in, the opposite scrum off, putting as much pressure on him as possible. Grens with lots of time on the ball, gives it to the 15, 15 gives it to the wing, and he goes down out wide by resolute Toise defense. We see Delroy Zealy, number 14. Grens boys with no numbers on their back, so it's a little bit difficult to get that right, but they're looking very good, well drilled side on attack. They go blind side. Hendrik gives the ball out to the number 14. He makes nice meters, looks to play, nice offload. The 7, Marco Erasmus, gets the ball. He makes some nice meters. Hendrik gets the ball to the back. He coming down at pace. Another ruck by Grens. And the ref brings Grens back for a penalty. All the momentum with Grens at the moment, Denver.
Yes, indeed. But I think also for Toise, one thing they can take from this game, it's now 5 minutes that Grens hasn't scored. It's difficult for Toise to put any points on the board. So to prevent Grens from doing the same, I think that's small victories.
Definitely, that's a small victory.
And hopefully that will instill some confidence.
That's it.
In the gameplay.
The first half, the Grens scored after 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Toise's been able to keep them out for 10 minutes now, which is very good. This is the first game of the rugby season, the first official game of the rugby season for these teams. Fitness could also be playing a role. Skew throw by Grens. Line out of scrum options given to the Toise captain. He decides. The captain, number 6 of Toise, Analong Marcus, chatting to the ref. Ref is giving them their options, and they decide to go for another lineup.
You mentioned about it's the first game, and it's also to check their fitness levels. We do have a hot day here today in East London, but it's nice to see that the boys are actually enduring this heat and actually giving us a performance.
Definitely, and they're still looking to run it, they're still looking to play it. A wonderful rugby tradition by all our border teams, looking for space, looking to run that ball out wide and play attractive rugby. We see the two teams gearing up for scrum here. Toise's ball. We know that Grens have had the better of the scrum exchanges, and that simply, it just looks like they've just got bigger boys. You see the Grens scrum pushing the Toise's back. Toise, what they did very well, they were able to get that ball out and secure it.
That's the line out to Grens.
And they were taken out by the Grens big men. We see Tristan Douglas, the Grens hooker. Looks like they've got their 3-man line out again, with 3+1. Looks like they had a lot of success with their 3-man lineouts, and looks like they're going to use it again. 3+1 there. We can see the drive by them. Toise are already of this. They've had a try scored against them, and they say no, not today, not again. Good defense by Toise again. Penalty to Grens. Looks like there were hands in the ruck. Quick go by the Grens flanker Luto Abram. They get the ball out. Nice big hit. Grens boys keep going. Such an important part of the game. Once you make contact, you keep those legs going. There we see Grens turning the corner, and they dot the ball down for a try. I think that's the 8th man for Grens, Hugo Bronkhorst. Nice big unit, strong ball carrier. And 29-0 to Grens. There we see the highlights there. The Grens boys, the maul, they get held up by the Toise defense, and we see the big 8th man Hugo Bronkhorst say, I'm turning this corner and I'm scoring a try, and that's exactly what he does. He'll definitely be a go-to man for Grens this season. Nice big boy, explosive, strong, and we can see that it'll take more than one defender to stop him. Grens fly off. Romario Fields lining up the kick, taking his time, getting the radar switched on. He kicks and makes the conversion.
Grens having all the points on the board, it will be interesting to see if they will try different tactics and different game plans.
See Toise with the ball, ready to get this game going. There we see the Flav having a chat with the ref. Nice kick by the Toise 10. Grens Centre gets the ball, keeps the leg drive going. Unfortunately, the big lock by Grens. Baron Potgieter drops the ball. And we have a scrum for Toise. Nice attacking platform for them. Hopefully they can make the best of this. Big opportunity for Toise. We know that you want your scrums to give their best effort in your opposition 22 and in your 22. And now they're in the opposition, just outside the opposition 22. Nice little switch, straight ball for the second centre. He comes through, keep the ball alive. 12 gives to 19, 19 throws it through. There we see the Grens boy trying to cover up. And ball taken over by the Grens winger. And we have a 5-metre scrum for Toise. Great attacking platform. They've got lots and lots and lots of field to launch this attack. They can get their blindside winger involved. They can get their 15 involved. They can get their open side winger involved. But it's just a matter of fact of getting that ball out there. We know that the Grens centres have put lots and lots and lots of pressure on this Toise backline, with Ronaldo Daniels and Brenwell Brecht putting lots and lots and lots of pressure on them. The Toise backline have shifted all the way out wide. And the ref tells them to get back down again, or to reset the scrum again. Scrum off for Toise at 9. Oviwe Fennet with the ball. Puts the ball in. 8th man for Toise picks up. He goes down. He gives the ball back to his forwards. Grens boys digging for the ball on the ground. Penalty to Grens. Quick work, quick reaction by the Grens Lucy's over there. Very well done to get that ball back. Unfortunately for Toise, wonderful attacking opportunity gone down the drain.
Definitely. I was hoping to see some more resilience from Toise, but unfortunately it was not the case.
I must say the scrummer for Toise has done quite well getting that ball out to the 10. He's at a forward pack who have not been on the front foot, and he's been able to get that ball out to his backies. It's just this Grens forward pack, very dominant, very strong over the ball, and exerting their dominance over this game. 31-0 to Grens. Penalty inside the Grens 22.
And then we just have another picture of how the crowds are coming in, and all the schoolboys and watching their teammates playing.
Crowd is definitely coming in now. It's growing, and it will. Everyone is waiting in great anticipation for the main game of the day, the Hudson versus Selborne.
Yes, indeed. That is our main feature for the day, and it will be an exciting one.
We see Grens with a kick. Tristan Douglas with a throw in for Grens Hoerskool. There we see a 4-man line out by Grens. Will they do a drive again? They've made lots and lots of meters with the drive. They've been very successful. They decide not to drive. They want to go out wide. They're feeling confident. He gives it out to the center. The center, Brendan Brock gets the ball. He gives it out wide to the 11, Carl Null. Carl Null gets taken out by the 13 of Toise, Awonke Lobese. Good defense by Toise there. And great anticipation as well on defense.
Yes, being 31-0 down, they're not going out without a fight.
There we see Karnal with the ball and a nice big heavy tackle by the 13, Awonke Lopese. Great effort, great commitment by the Toise backline player. Line out by Toise. Overthrow by the hooker, Sino Sipo, and Grens with the ball. There you see the Grens ball with the knock on it, but it goes backwards. It'll step with the right foot, it'll chip with the left foot, and it goes out wide to the prop, to the Grens prop. He links up with the other Grens prop, Jan Rieda and Dominic de Klerk. That's good communication by the two props. And we see that Toise have held a tackle by the Toise players. They give to the Grens. Grensies take the ball up, preferring to go down the middle instead of going out wide. They have a ruck. There we see the scrum half, the replacement scrum half come in. And it looks like these Grens boys are dropping the ball all over the show. Fortunately for them, it's going backwards. Replacement scrum half comes in. There we see a nice big hit by the 12 from Toise. Good heavens, that Awonke Lopese. Lots of effort, lots of commitment. Took the big Grens man backwards. There we see the crowd, Selborne boys patiently waiting for the first team to come on at 4 o'clock. They will be enjoying this rugby. And so are the crowds here at Selborne College. 31-0 to Grens. Scrum coming up. Grens ball. Right hand side of the field. Lots and lots and lots of space for the Grens Hoerskool to attack. We know that their scrum has been dominant. They'll be looking to make the most of this opportunity. Scrum half gets it, gives it to the 10. Little fake switch, fake 13. 11 comes in. Nice pass to the 14, Delroy Zealy. He goes back in. They take the ball down. Scrum. A ruck is formed. And we see the Grens boys putting lots and lots and lots of pressure on that ruck. Unfortunately, it was offsides. Toise get a penalty. Well, the 13 gets the ball, tries to keep it in play. Fortunately, he stepped out and the linesman has called him out. The Toise, Awonke Lobese. Awonke Lobese has, looks like he's excited. There's eagerness, renewed vigor. He wants to get stuck into this game, and that's wonderful to see. Even though you are down on the points, never put your head down. Keep the ball going. Keep playing. 12 gets the ball out wide. We see Toise going out wide, and they decide to kick it down the field, getting lots and lots of grass. Decide to change pressure, put pressure on the Grensies. He tries to step and goes nowhere. Toise defense is all over him. The 15, Somela Belu does well. Grens retain the ball and they kick down the middle of the field. The 6 gets the ball. Analong Marcus gets the ball. Gets caught up by the Grens defender. He lets that ball go. He passes to no one. The 22 picks up. 8 gets it, commits, gives to 15, throws a little fake, goes out wide, gives to the 21 from Toise and he scores. Well done, never say die attitude. 31-0 and Toise decide, they say no, listen, this game's not over. On the 25th minute, they decide to score a try. That's very exciting to see. Wonderful to see. Sipamla and Chorcha gets the ball out wide from a well-worked team attack, keeping the ball alive, looking for support, and the support was always there. It's always good to see players supporting the ball carrier, giving the ball carrier options. Sometimes teams, what they do is they just wait for their star player to make all of the play. There we see the 15 giving the show. Throws the dummy, gives it out to the winger, and he goes out and scores. And that's the game. Grens 31, Toise High 5. Good game, Denver?
Yes, it was a good game. I'm glad to see that Toise eventually came onto the scoreboard. It's also nice to see that they never gave up. And that's what we've been seeing throughout the day today. The smaller teams, if I may call it that, they bring it to the bigger boys, and their willingness and eagerness to win is enjoyed by everyone.
That's it. Adds to the flavor, adds to the excitement, adds a lot of positiveness to the game, and it was a very enjoyable game to watch. These Grens Hoerskool will try to build on this for the upcoming season. And Toise High School have quite a few things to look at. Thank you, Denver. Next game coming up is Cambridge versus De Vos Milan. Also a humdinger. Two teams that like to pass the ball around. Two well-known border rugby schools. And hope you enjoy it.
I will do so.